What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys my KOZMO deck profile. Now I know I recently made a KOZMO deck profile, but that was a True King KOZMO deck profile, whereas this is a pure KOZMO deck profile. So I mainly use the pure KOZMO deck, whereas the True King one is for those people that like I guess a quicker deck. Because it does have a different engine, you can use Diagram and the True Kings to destroy your KOZMOs and special summon. It makes the deck a bit quicker, whereas I prefer this KOZMO Dark Planet pure only KOZMO deck profile. I just think it's more fun, and it's a lot better now, especially because it's got 3 Dark Destroyers in it, which just makes the deck a lot better. And I'm going to be starting the series again where I do KOZMOs versus the world, just because the Dark Destroyer is back to 3, so the deck has just gone a lot better. And this is the KOZMO Dark Planet variant, just because I think it's a really good card, you know, 4k attack, and with limit removal soon going to 3, KOZMO Dark Planet's going to have 8,000 attacks, so you're going to be OTKing people a lot better. So to start off with, I love to play 3 Dark Planets. I just think, firstly, it's good for if you were to brick, for example, with lots of big ships in your hand, you can use Dark Planet to banish those ships to special summon. It's got a really good combo with Strawman, where you banish the ships from your hand, you special summon the Dark Planet. You can special summon those cards using Strawman, and then they die in the end, and again, your combos get even bigger and bigger. So if you guys don't know what KOZMO Dark Planet does, you have to banish KOZMO monsters in your hand whose total level equal to 10 or more. So it's pretty simple. It can't be targeted, and you can negate spells by banishing KOZMO monsters from your graveyard, so it works well with KOZMO Tin Can. Play 3 of him just because the attack is amazing and you've got a high chance of drawing him, and also you can use another Dark Planet to special summon Dark Planet. Next we have 2 Dark Eclipses. I just like to play as many big ships as I can. So we got 3 4k attacks and 5 3k attacks, and what I have seen in today's meta is that a lot of decks don't really have high attacks. And for those that do, they still do struggle with KOZMOs, and especially with soon limit removal going to 3, it's going to be even harder for them to deal with KOZMOs. So for those of you who don't know what Dark Eclipse does, it can't be targeted by card effects again. You can, but unlike Dark Planet, you can banish a trap card in. You can banish a KOZMO from your graveyard to negate trap instead of a spell. So you got 3 cards to negate a spell and 2 cards to negate traps. More spells because more decks obviously use more spells. Obviously we gotta have the 3 Dark Planet, 3 Dark Destroyers. That's just self-explanatory. It's back to 3. It is the best card in the deck. When it's normal or special summon, you get to target a monster in the field and destroy it. This card can't be targeted itself, and when it's destroyed, you can special summon a level 7 or lower. I've took Forerunner down to 2 instead of 3, just because we do have the extra Dark Planet. I mean, we do have the extra Dark Planets, but we also have the extra Dark Destroyers. So 2 Forerunners is fine now. If you guys don't know what he does, he can't be targeted either. Like almost all of the big ships, you gain 1,000 life points in your standby phase, and then when he dies, you can special summon level 6 or lower. So that's just a really good card, and 2,800 attack, which is amazing. 3 Slip Riders, again, I don't really play Twin Twisters, so Slip Rider is used to pop either, you know, the odd field spell or back row, just to keep the game safe for yourself, and he's a really good card just in general. You can also use Slip Rider to go into Cyber Dragon Infinity, which is really good for negating card effects. So we play 3 of him just because he's your only back row removal that you have, other than KOZMO, obviously. 1 Dark Lady, that's just for the odd time. It's really good for OTKs where you go from Farm Girl to Wicked Witch to Dark Lady to Forerunner. It just makes the combo really well. But also Dark Lady, like the odd time where you do want to negate a monster effect and she is on the field, I like to use her. Not more than 1, just because for a 5-star, firstly, you can't go in if you. Usually, I have Dark Lady on the field and I have Slip Rider in my hand. I can't banish Dark Lady to summon Slip Rider, which I find annoying. And when she dies, she dies. You can't banish to special summon like the big ships, so that's why I only choose to play 1. Wicked Witch is again for like the few situations where you can't really do anything. You summon Wicked Witch. She stays on the field because you can pay 1,000 life points, so she can't be destroyed. And like all the sidekick monsters in the deck, you can banish her to special summon level 5 or higher from your hand, because she's level 4, so it's 1 level higher or higher. Yeah, 1 level higher or higher. 2 Farm Girls, obviously for the OTK. Her effect is actually probably the best psychic deck, I think, in terms of OTKing, because when she deals battle damage to the opponent, you pay 500 and you add a KOZMO card from your deck to your hand. Sword Trooper is for the odd chance that you do like want to send card to the graveyard with Tin Can, or if you don't have anything to banish a special summon, the Psychic goes in your graveyard, so you can use Soul Trooper to pay 1,000 life points to get the Psychic back. You can also banish to summon a level 4 or higher from your hand. And also he's a good target for Allure of Darkness. Then we have 2 Strawmans. I was thinking between 2 or 3, but because like I didn't have enough space, Tin Can I chose to keep at 3 rather than Strawman, because obviously you want to be sending cards to the graveyard for your Dark Planet, and it's really good for adding cards to your hand as well. It works really well, especially, and it works with Dark Eclipser as well. So we have Strawman at 2, but the combos with Strawman is amazing. Paying 500 to special summon a banished KOZMO is amazing in this deck. It just works really well with Dark Planet as well when you're banishing monsters. So Strawman at 2. Tin Can at 3, obviously, because we're sending cards to the graveyard. It's really good. When you have like 2 cards in your graveyard, 2 spell cards for your opponent could like win them the game, and you negating them just completely, you start controlling the game and there's nothing the opponent can do. And again, we can risk choosing a Dark Destroyer now, because unlike before when we only had 1, it goes to the graveyard, then it's gone. We have 3, so if 1 does go to the graveyard, it's fine because we have 2 more. That's it for the monsters. I think 23 monsters. Next we have 3 Allure of Darkness. As you can see, we've got a lot of dark monsters, so it's just really good for drawing cards. And as you guys know, Cosmotown, you just get the cards back really easily. 1 for 1 to get Tin Can on the field and obviously start your combo. Raigeki and Dark Hole. Raigeki is for if you want to get rid of your opponent's monsters. It's a really good card, and it helps with OTKs as well, where if you do have a farm girl but they have, like, let's say 2 monsters, activate the Raigeki and then you can start your OTK. Dark Hole is for the times where you want to destroy your monsters as well, where you don't mind and you can go into smaller ships. And it's actually really good where if you do have like Dark Destroyer, Forerunner, or Slip Rider, you can activate Dark Hole, destroy their monsters and your monsters, go into Slip Rider, and then use it to special summon one of your managed ships. So it's pretty much like you didn't even lose the monster. Pot of Desires, I only play 1 because I do find myself banishing a lot of cards that are useful to me, so I just choose to keep out 1 just for that extra 2 cards that can change the game for me. But if you don't want to play that, you can take that out of like another Terraforming instead, or add a Solemn Warning. I just choose to keep the draw power from Pot of Desires. Reasoning, who doesn't play Reasoning in a KOZMO deck? It's just amazing because you range from 1 to 10 stars pretty much. So then guessing 1, they've got a 1 in 10 chance of guessing the star that you've got. So again, it's a really good card for your deck. 1 Terraforming, just in case because you can also use Farm Girl to get Cosmotown to your hand and obviously draw Cosmotown as well. If the odd chance that you don't get Cosmotown, you can use Terraforming instead to get it. So that's just pretty much self-explanatory as well. E-Telly, again for the OTK, it's absolutely amazing. Activating E-Telly mid combo is also amazing. It's just a really good way to get a Psychic on the field, and you can also use it to summon Tin Can to get its effect off, to add 1 KOZMO from your deck to your hand and send the other 2 to the graveyard if you don't have 1 for 1 or the Tin Can itself in your hand. And it's also good for the OTK, so like it's just amazing in general. And it's also good for Strawman. It's basically good for like pretty much any combo. With Strawman, it works really well that you can just get a Strawman on the field and special summon a KOZMO big ship from your banish zone. 3 Cosmotowns, I don't think I need to talk about that. It's pretty much the best field spell in the game if you ask me. Cosmoja, I'd like to keep that at 2 just because I feel like 3 would be too much. You basically just target a Cosmo so you control, destroy it, and then banish a card your opponent controls or in their graveyard. It doesn't target, so it's just absolutely amazing. And also you're destroying your Cosmo monster, so you're going to banish that monster special summon anyway. So it just makes combos even better. If you've attacked with a monster, then you destroy it, banish something from your opponent's graveyard or field, and then summon another monster, and then you can start attacking again. And 2 Code of the Haunted, because you do play 3 Tin Cans, so if you don't have these 5 big ships, then you can obviously special summon the monster from your graveyard. So in that case, sending Slip Rider or Dark Destroyer to the graveyard is good, because with an easy Code of the Haunted, you get it on the field and you either get to pop a spell or trap card or a monster. That's it for the full deck. That's 40 cards. I don't really use the extra deck much, but I'll just show you what card it is. Zombie Stein, because you got Dark Destroyer to 2 now. The cards that I'm going to explain are the cards that you sometimes use. I do use Big Eye. It's for in case you have 2 Forerunners, and it's really good for taking control of an opponent's monster. Sometimes use that. I don't really use Constellar Ptolemy, but I've got him here just for the sake of having him in. Just because I have Pleiades, so I'm pretty sure I can use it to summon that. Cyber Dragon Infinity, like I said, you can use it with Slip Rider. Pleiades is a really good card for sending a target on the field to the hand. Volcasaurus is good for ending games if you can't attack over the opponent. You got Cyber Dragon Nova to summon Infinity, and these, I don't even know why I have them in there. I usually put the level 4s in there for when I played 2 Wicked Witches. You can, if you want, you can take out a Sword Trooper to put in a Wicked Witch, that's perfectly fine. And I might actually do that, but for now I think the deck is fine. But level 4s, you don't really need them. I just try to fill the extra deck with whatever cards I've got. Break Sword, just the odd chance you do want to use it, and I don't really use any of the rest cards. It's pretty much Cyber Dragon Infinity or the odd big eye. Extra deck, I was just filling with the cards. I think Eater of Millions can be fun for when you have cards in your graveyards, and you can banish 5 or more cards and then summon this. But like I said, you're not going to be using the side deck that often, especially not Eater of Millions. But it's there if you want to use it, if you want to make it a fun deck. Desires. If Allure of Darkness is not working for you, which obviously that's not going to happen, you can choose to put in Desires. Or if you feel like you don't really want to use Call of the Haunted or any other card, spell a trap card. Not many people are big fans of Raigeki or Dark Hole, you can take them to put in Pot of Desires, but I prefer the Raigeki and Dark Hole. If you're having issues with getting your Cosmotown in the field, you can add in the Terraforming. Limit Removal, like I mentioned before, it just got moved to Unlimited, so you can have 3. I'm definitely going to be experimenting with that to see if it actually does work. This is for the trap card Rivalry of the Warlords, where it actually really hard counters Cosmos because you can only control one type, and that actually does mean that you can't banish a Psychic to summon a machine because I don't know, it's something like you have a Psychic, so if you were to banish to summon a machine, you'd have 2 types or whatever. So that's for if you're versing against that, you can side that in. And the True Strikes and the Solemn Warning, if your opponent is special summoning a lot or activating effects, and that's actually making them win duels, you can add that in, stop them from doing that. And any of the 2 more side cards, it's only 13 cards, you can add whatever you want, but I rarely ever use a side deck. But I will try and add Limit Removal into the deck. But that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. I do prefer the pure Cosmo deck, like, by far. I've always loved Cosmos, and I think the pure Cosmo deck is the real way to have fun with them. But like I said, the True King or the Fire King or whatever, Metal Foil Cosmos, they're just to make the deck a bit quicker or add some next level spice into the deck. But for me, Dark Planet is the biggest spice in the deck. It's a really good deck, and I assure you, if you use this deck and it's not good, then leave it in the comments below, but I doubt that. Bear in mind, you do have to play it properly, and as I said, I will be starting the Cosmos versus the World series again, where I'm probably going to be using this deck profile instead now, because I have changed it because of the 3 Dark Destroyers now. And yeah, I promise this deck is really good, and I've actually got some really good replays already recorded for that episode. But yeah, it's just going to show you the OTKs in this deck are actually absolutely amazing. I can't even tell you how good. Like, OTKing is like really easy for Cosmo now, especially because you have the 3 Dark Destroyers now. The combos are like 2 or 3 times longer now because of the 3 Dark Destroyers, and the deck is just really strong right now in my opinion. I'm going to try and bring it back into the meta if I can. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you think I've missed out anything or if I can add something, just leave it in the comments below. But other than that, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.